IF, and we've got your baseball fix on this Friday night. I'm Cory McCartney. We've got coverage of the Prep Baseball Fall Frenzy for you with a matchup of the Kennesaw Generals and Acworth Warriors from the underclass division. A game that will feature one of the top 2028s in the nation, and we are scheduled for a 6 p.m. first pitch in this one. Really excited to bring you this matchup from the Baseball Village. It's been an exciting year for us here at LakePoint Sports with the launch of our LakePoint Athlete Program, and that has included our inaugural class of Gino Goralski, Dom Rossi, and Austin Tambora. We had Gino Goralski at the Rawlings store here on campus of late to tell us what he looked for in a glove and to hit the Rawlings store online to customize his own glove. We're here at the Rawlings store in the LakePoint Sports Campus with LakePoint athlete Gino Goralski here to do some glove shopping. Gino, you ready?
I'm excited. Let's do it.
An outfielder, I know you watched guys when you were coming up. Who did you look to and you said, man, that's how you play in the outfield defensively?
Justin Upton with the Braves. Justin Upton, I mean, recently, Jared Duran, I mean, he's really good defensively. I mean, I can go on PCA. I mean, I just look at the guys that are really quick, they make the flashy diving plays and try to equivalent my game to that.
Some guys will name bats, they'll name gloves. Have you ever named a glove?
I have never named a glove, but if I was going to name a glove, I'd probably go from the Sandlot. Hercules. I would name my glove.
All right,
Hercules.
I love the dog from the Sandlot. All right, now comes the fun part because we're going to get you on Rawlings' website. You get to sit down and customize a Rev 1X Gamer XLE Pro Preferred Heart of the Hide. You ready?
Let's do it. Heart of the Hide here. I mean, can't go wrong with that. This is always a tough choice for me just because all the pockets are very similar, but I always, every single time I build a glove, I always go with a 3029. I'm going to go baby blue. And then the patches to match. Like I said, I'm a very typical match type of guy. Shell palm. Baby blue. That's exactly what I want. And then laces, I'll go with blonde again, just because I think that's going to look really good with the glove. Shell palm, wait, what's the lining? Let's see the lining. Ooh, I didn't know I can make the inside baby blue too. Ooh, that's going to look really good. I should be able to go baby blue with the custom. And then the thumb, I will go, if I can spell this right, in second. I like this one just because it always reminds me of that I'm playing the game for Christ, not just for myself. And that's my glove right there.
Great stuff there from Gino. I urge you to go onto our YouTube channel. You can see the entirety of that glove shopping episode there with Gino. We also have one with Dom Rossi and Austin Tambora as well. Also some bat reviews as all three of them hit the batting cages here at LakePoint Sports to swing some of the latest and hottest Rawlings bats. Let's go ahead and take a look at the starting lineups for our matchup between the Kennesaw Generals and Acworth Warriors presented by the Windscreen Factory. Kennesaw Generals will be led off by Aaron Higgins, the center fielder, and then it's Colton Brown, the shortstop, followed by Colin Anderson, who started out the extra hitter. Then it's Keegan Warren, the catcher, Sam McRaina, the first baseman, Charlie Lowe, the righty, who will also be on the mound, then Brendan Bolzenius, Connor Hancock, Patrick Cole, Zach Shuren, and Asher Adams, who's playing left field. Shuren will be in right, Cole playing second base. Acworth Warriors, meanwhile, we led off by Jack Gleason. Then it's the catcher, Gage Lawson, Landon DeLay, Keegan McClasson, Blake Forsey, Mason Misfud, who will also, the lefty, be on the mound, Stephen Tumlin, Jackson Moore, Bear Simpson, Kason McClasson, and Ben Hindman. Again, just right around 6 p.m. first pitch we're expecting in this one. Going to leave you with our Windscreen Factory starting lineups until we have first pitch from the Baseball Village. Welcome in. Got first pitch here between the Kennesaw Generals and Acworth Warriors. Our Field 10 camera looks like it's having some problems at the moment. It's not switching off the AI and looks as though it maybe might have gotten hit or is blurry. So dealing with some technical difficulties here. We'll see if our camera system adjusts. If it does not, may have to take a break here in the action while we try to sort this thing out. But again, apologize, as we were expecting to bring you a really exciting hot matchup here from the Fall Frenzy. A 1-2 pitch right now. Yeah, and this is I apologize, folks. This is borderline unwatchable right now. I'm going to take a break here in the audio, see if we can get this thing sorted out. Magically, we're back. I know we're still a little askew on this view, but I promise you something better when we have our next batter at the plate. We do have our tech team working behind the scenes trying to sort everything out on this one. Again, we apologize for any issues with this stream. We did want to bring you as much of this matchup as we possibly could. I've got Connor Hancock at the plate right now for the Kennesaw Generals. Already been a lot of traffic on the base pass. Got a runner safe at second. Another run crosses for Kennesaw Generals. They've already got 3 hits so far here in the top of the first inning. Connor Hancock at the plate. Got Patrick Cole in the on-deck circle. 1 run on 3 hits so far for Kennesaw Generals. Mason Misfud on the mound for Acworth Warriors. A runner at second. The grown man at second base there. Brendan Bolzenius. Brendan's grown up quite a bit. Former basketball player of mine. Gonna let everybody a little bit inside on that one. Coached Brendan a few times on basketball back in the day. Was a electric point guard. Definitely brings it on the baseball fields as well. Now our feed is frozen. So we've gone Olaf style here on this broadcast now. Kennesaw Generals getting up 1-0. I think our tech team behind the scenes again trying to adjust these cameras. We were able to bring the AI portion of it back, but let's see through the magic of resetting our feed if we're able to get this thing back in a line and bring you this matchup. We've got a gigantic look at our scoreboard right now. And hoping that's going to be the last technical difficulties that we have in this one. We are through half an inning. Kennesaw Generals leading 1-0 over the Acworth Warriors. A couple of hits in that first inning there for Kennesaw Generals. Those courtesy of Brown and Warren. We're going to get our first look at the Generals out in the field, and they will be rolling with Charlie Lowe on the mound. Lowe out of Marietta, 2028, 5'9", 150-pounder, playing in his 12th prep baseball event. He's got a fastball around 78, curveball that sets 64 to 65. And he's going to be facing off against Jack Gleason, Gage Lawson, and Landon DeLay for the Acworth Warriors. Both these teams also in action later this evening. Acworth Warriors will be playing the Georgia Jackets at 8:15. Meanwhile, Kennesaw Generals will be playing USA Scout and National on this same field. Here's a look at Jack Gleason at the plate. Gleason out of North Cobb, 2029. Certainly worth noting this Acworth Warriors team, 15U team, playing up, as it were, in the underclass division, but playing against a a group of 16-year-olds here from the Kennesaw Generals, one that features 5 players from Etowah, a team that won a state championship in 2024 here in Georgia, was a runner-up last year, and a fixture in prep baseball's national rankings a year ago. Figures to be right back there this year, and a big reason for that is in the lineup for this Kennesaw Generals team as Lowe gets a strikeout at least to start things off, and that's the third baseman. You'll see him playing third baseman a little bit later, and that's Colin Anderson. Anderson, the 5th-ranked player in the nation in 2028. It's in for a strike. Gage Lawson currently at the plate for Acworth Warriors. Lawson out of East Paulding. Comes a 2-0, swings. That one's going back, fouled. Makes it 2-1. Getting excited to bring you this Friday night action, our version of Friday Night Lights once again here at LakePoint Sports. Comes a 2-1. Swing, miss, makes it 2-2. As always, another big college football weekend coming up. Miss gonna run the count full. Producer Maddie's a big Georgia Bulldogs fan. They got a huge matchup tomorrow against Ole Miss. Game day will be in town. Another strikeout there for Lowe. Maddie, what's the feelings on this Georgia Ole Miss game? Are you feeling good about it? A little bit nervous? What's the mindset for a Georgia fan going into tomorrow at 3:30 in Athens?
You know, I'm always supportive of my dogs, but this season has been interesting to say the least. I mean, I think they did really good in their last matchup. But after that Alabama game, it's a mixture of like excitement, but also like, well, let's see what's going to happen, because this is going to be a pretty big game, like very important for the season. Yeah, gutting out that Auburn win, sort of almost like waiting for the other shoe to drop kind of mentality, I think is what you're talking about. All right, with 2 down, we've got Landon DeLay at the plate right now, and that one is dribbled back foul. DeLay out of North Paulding, 2029. Shortstop and right-handed pitcher. He's got a 2-2 count here against Lowe. Fouls that one off. Back-to-back strikeouts for Charlie Lowe here to start off the first. It's been awfully impressive so far. Another strikeout. Charlie Lowe in his bag to start this one off. We're headed to the second inning. 4-0 is the Kennesaw. How did they get? They got 3 runs out of nowhere. I think our scoreboard operator caught up with us as well. 4-0 is the lead. We'll be back from LakePoint Sports.
Windscreen Factory, more than just windscreen. We're a full-service sports facility contractor. We manufacture windscreen for sports and construction, do fence repair and installation, and fabricate field netting and batting cages. In addition to manufacturing the products, we also install upon request. We make safety padding for backstops, rails, and walls, as well as full-service print shop with logo, branding, and signage capabilities. Please call us for a quote today.
It'll be Patrick Cole, Zach Shuren, and Asher Adams at the plate for Kennesaw Generals. They lead 4-0 in this one. Let's go back through how they got that 4-0 lead. With 2 down, we saw Colton Brown get a single, and then Keegan Warren followed with one of his own, a walk to Samick Reyna, and then Charlie Lowe came through with a single as well. Brendan Bolzenius getting a couple RBI off an error, and that's got them up 4-0 as we sit now in the second inning. Again, we're going to see Patrick Cole, Zach Shuren, and Asher Adams, the numbers 9, 10, and 11 hitters for Kennesaw Generals. Once again, it'll be Mason Misfud on the mound for the Warriors. He threw 35 pitches in the first inning. That's a strike to Cole. Cole out of Alatoona. Swing and a miss. Nasty breaking ball out of the hands of Misfud. See if we can finish him off. 16th prep baseball event for Cole. Misses inside. Stays alive in this count. Now 1-2. Again, if you joined us for the beginning of this game, apologies for our technical difficulties. We're literally dispatching technical help from all over the world, locally here in Georgia and then across overseas as well, as we were able to at least get things operational for you. Feeling a little bit better about our setup at the moment here. And Kennesaw General's feeling good about everything as they're up 4-0 in the second inning. Pops that one up, and that is going to go foul. I will say these two uniform sets, so it looked like he actually popped out, and that was literally an out. Camera did not adjust for that one, so a little bit more camera issues for you, but a little hard to tell these uniforms apart with everybody rocking the baby blue here on a Friday night. Zach Shuren's turn now at the plate with one down. Shuren out of Walton, 11th prep baseball event for this 2028. McCaslin's got the sunglasses on the back of his head. Those may not be warranted for that much longer as the sun is setting here in Emerson. Misses arm side, makes it 1-1. Already one down off the strikeout. We've got a 4-0 lead for Kennesaw Generals. That one's put in play. Shortstop has it. In time, able to make that throw. Now 2 down, so a much-needed quick inning here, at least so far for the Acworth Warriors after giving up 4 runs in the top of the first. They've got Kennesaw Generals down to their last chance here in this inning. That'll be Asher Adams. Another Alatoona product, 2028. 15th prep baseball event for this. He's listed at 5'5", 130. That can't be right because he's nearly as tall as the umpire. Swing and a miss. Who knows? Maybe he had a growth spurt by the time that the roster was actually put into the system. But he's swinging a miss on that first one from Misfud. Goes back to that same pitch, misses, counts now even. Sends that one back foul. Makes it 1-2. Should Adams get on, it'll be the top of the order on Aaron Higgins. We missed quite a few of the ABs for the Kennesaw Generals amidst our technical difficulties. We missed the ABs for the first 7 batters in the order. A busy first inning for the Generals. But we got him on this next trip up. Makes that 2-2 off the miss. Comes the 2-2. That one is driven down the right side, but it's going foul. That big monstrosity off to the right that you almost hit there, Asher Adams, is our feature studio. I feel like it's been collecting dents the last few months as we wait for construction on it. Eventually we'll get some nets on it, but for now it's just target practice. General's drawing up the pitch count here from Misfud. He's at 51 pitches as we sit here in the second inning. Gets him on the outside corner, and hats off to Mason Misfud after a difficult first inning in which Kennesaw Generals play 4. He makes quick work of the Generals this time around. We're headed to the bottom of the second. 4-0 is the Kennesaw Generals lead.
Hot summer days call for cool adventures in Cartersville Museum City. Beat the heat indoors with jaw-dropping exhibits at Telus Science Museum and the Savoy Automobile Museum. Hit the water at Terminus Wake Park, kayak the Etowah River, or head to Lake Allatoona for fishing, boating, and unbeatable lake days. When the sun sets, head downtown for live music, delicious eats, and local flavors. From family fun to date nights, summer memories start here. Plan your trip today at cartersvillemuseumcity.com.
At IHG's Holiday Inn Express, you can take on Miami, Mexico City, or Minneapolis. Fuel up with free hot breakfast, all while earning points for free nights with IHG One Rewards. Guest how you guessed at IHG Hotels and Resorts.
Keegan McClasson, Blake Forsty, and the pitcher Mason Misfud are all due up in the bottom of the second inning for the Acworth Warriors. They trail 4-0. The Kennesaw Generals. Cory McCartney bringing you our coverage of the Prep Baseball Fall Frenzy here on a Friday night from Emerson, Georgia. But once again, be Charlie Lowe on the mound. A extremely efficient first inning for Lowe. 3 strikeouts got his day started. Let's see what he has in store for the Acworth Warriors here in the second. Aaron Higgins still rocking his sunglasses out there in center field. He's got to get limber. See if the center fielder has anything to do here in this second inning. Again, Lowe did it all by himself in the first. He's got North Cobb 2028 Keegan McClasson at the plate right now. 6'1", 205-pound righty. 6th Prep Baseball event for him. Watches that one miss high. First baseman also pitches. Gets it up to about 73 in the fastball. Curveball around 59-65. Lowe misses badly there. Counts now 3-0. The reddest of lights, I'm assuming, here from McClasson, right down the middle. The biggest strike zone that Charlie Lowe will ever see on a 3-0 count. Fouls it off. Count is quickly full. Dribbler down the left side. Third baseman has it, throws on the run, and that'll be an easy out. First of the inning. Brendan Bolzenius making the play there at third. Brendan typically playing second base, but showing out on the hot corner there on the run. And now it's Blake Forsty. Forsty from Woodland High School. Defensive swing on a nasty breaking ball. He kind of had a last-second decision there to swing at that one, but he finds himself down 0-1. Goes right back to it. He skies that one into right field. He's got him on the run. Can they make a play on it? It's over top of the right fielder's head. Forsty's going to make his way to second. Is he going to hold there? He will. He's got himself a one-out double, the Woodland 2029. A couple defensive swings on that breaking ball there from Lowe. The first one really tied him up. Second one, he was sitting back on it, able to drive it over top of the right fielder's head. Zach Shuren unable to make a play on it, and Forsty finds himself at second with one down. So from Forsty to Mason Misfud, and thought Mason really stepped it up in the second inning. Got himself into trouble in the first, gave up 4 runs, 3 hits. Comes back a really quick second inning, couple strikeouts and a pop out. He's got himself a chance to eat into this Kennesaw Generals lead here. Mifsud swings. That one goes foul. Mason and North Paulding, 2029. Stands 5'3", 110 pounds, but clearly a guy that's ready to go toe-to-toe with some really great Kennesaw General players, and he swings that one down the right side out of the way of the first baseman and second baseman. And Fortsy's going to hold at third, and Mifsud does his part. They now have him at the corners with one down. Going to bring up Steve Tumlin. Tumlin, another Woodland product, 2028, sixth prep baseball event for this 650 pounder. And opportunity knocks here with one down and the runners at the corners. They go out here and have a word with Lowe. And Kennesaw General's got to play back-to-back games tonight, just as the Acworth Warriors do as well. So looking for those starting pitchers to go as deep into these matchups as possible, as they're going to have long nights ahead of them. So after 3 strikeouts in the first, Lowe has given up back-to-back hits here with one down in the second. Tumlin ready to go to work with runners at first and third, excuse me. That'll be in for a strike at 74.6 miles an hour. There's the 0-1. Misses glove side. Runs count even. Hey, I think our camera's finally looking really good. That last shot was sensational. Producer Maddie, you concur on that one?
Yeah, looks like it's working how we want it.
Crisis averted. That's a strike upstairs. Counts now 2-2. And big moment here for the Acworth Warriors. Runners at the corners with one down. Tumlin can put a charge into one. He can plate the first run of the game for the Warriors. Now got a full count. Or does he end up loading the bases for Jackson Moore? Tumlin in that crouch. Low throws. Misses upstairs. Bases now loaded as Tumlin makes his way down to first, and Mifsud advances to second. Then you got Blake Fortsy at third. This will be Jackson Moore out of Kell, 2029. Low fires. Another miss. Swing, miss, 1-1 count now. Lowe goes back into attack mode. After Moore, it'll be the incredibly awesome named Bear Simpson. That's a strike, makes it 1-2. Swing, miss, strikeout. Charlie Lowe stepping up with the bases loaded, as that makes it 2 down. And here comes Bear Simpson. Bear's listed at 4'8", 85 pounds. That's a guy who is not scared of the challenge that awaits him. And producer Maddie, I put this to you as we look at the Taylorsville 2030. Who's your favorite famous fictional bear?
That's interesting.
You got
question.
Smokey, you got Winnie, you got the Berenstain Bears, you got Goldilocks and the 3 bears that she encountered in that house. Do you have a favorite fictional bear?
I would probably either say Paddington Bear.
Oh, there's a good one, yeah.
Or Pooh Bear.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, Winnie the Pooh or Paddington.
So the second Paddington movie is like 98% on Rotten Tomatoes. Did you know that?
I did know that, and it does not shock me.
Yeah.
Those movies are really fun.
Okay. I've never seen one of them. I know there's like a third one, like Paddington 3 Electric Boogaloo or something.
Yeah, they're very cute movies.
Okay.
Paddington I will say Paddington's my favorite.
Okay.
He's a very sweet bear, and he likes his orange marmalade sandwiches. Yeah, you should check them out. They're good movies.
Okay.
I even have a little Paddington keychain on my backpack.
I like it.
Yeah.
Well, my favorite real bear could be Bear Simpson if he can come through here with the bases loaded and 2 down at a 1-2 count. A tough matchup here against Charlie Lowe. Makes it 2-2. Got to give your hats off to a guy 20-30 walking into this and not phased. He's not up there swinging at anything outside the zone. Simpson having a very mature AB for 20-30 in this situation. Let's see what he's got store here. Simpson calls time, steps out. That was almost Big Bear-ish if we're talking about Bear in terms of Marcell Ozuna. He had a little bit of the Ozuna little twitch that he has in between pitches. Misses on the outside corner, and I would imagine the strike zone is a little bit difficult to deal with when you've got a guy of Simpson's stature up there. 3 batters ago, you had Lowe dealing with Blake Forsty, who was 5'5", who looked much bigger than that, but he also had a 6'1" McClasson, and goes off that, and he's able to get a run, a gigantic play. Did they give it to him? They're calling the runners back? Did they call him a balk? Fortunately, was looking at some heights of some players, but we did get a run for the Warriors. Makes it 4-1. Full count here to Simpson. Get to look back at the play-by-play on this one. 4-1 game now. Full count here to Simpson. Down the middle, strikeout, ends the inning. But Kennesaw Warriors lead dwindles to 4-1. When we come back, you're watching the Fall Frenzy from LakePoint Sports.
First one I picked up, I just liked it the best. And like I said, I tried a lot of different companies, a lot of different models, and I fell in love with Old Hickory for sure.
Back to work for Mason Misfud and the Acworth Warriors after getting 1 run in the second. Kennesaw Generals still got 4 of their own, though, and they'll now have the top of the order coming up here with Aaron Higgins, Colton Brown, and Colin Anderson. This was the part of the lineup that started the first inning that got those Warriors, the Generals, 4 runs. We'll see what they have in store here. Second time through the order here against Mifsud. 4 runs on 3 hits for Kennesaw Warriors. The Kennesaw Generals, Acworth Warriors, 1 run on 2 hits. Had both of those in the last inning. Again, after striking out all 3 of their batters in the first inning, Warriors able to find their way against Charlie Lowe in the second and eat into this lead. Generals again starting off with Aaron Higgins out of Kennesaw Mountain. Full disclosure, Higgins, a former teammate of my son's with USA Scouts. So excited. I have not seen Aaron play in about a year and a half. So excited to see this 2028. Playing in his 10th prep baseball event. Playing center field for Generals today. Watches the curveball out of the hands of Misfud drop in for a strike. A 1, and Higgins ropes that into left field, 65.6 off his bat, but that is into the glove of the left fielder for the first out. Could have been all kinds of trouble. Well, actually, it looks like it bounced in front of him. I think our camera caught away from that. Must have been a hard bouncer that he caught above his head. So Higgins is aboard. That brings up Colton Brown, the shortstop. Brown out of Harrison, a 2028 19th prep baseball event for him. That's a large number of stops here at LakePoint Sports. Throw over by Misfud. And that gets away from him. Higgins is on his way into second, so a runner in scoring position as Kennesaw Generals look to get back that one they gave up against the Warriors in the second. Chance for Colton Brown to cash in. Miss high from Misfud. Here's the 1-0. Brown with the bouncer. Gets past the third baseman, past the shortstop. Higgins going to make his way home. Here comes the throw. It is late. Cut off, actually, by the third baseman. They're going to have a run down here with Brown. Can they get him? Simpson has the ball. Tags him. A run does cross, though, for Kennesaw Generals. Makes it 5-1. So they trade a run for an out. Now we get our first look anyway, since we were dealing with technical difficulties with Colin Anderson, the top-ranked third baseman in Georgia in 2028. Number 2 overall in the state. He's the top-ranked third baseman in the nation, number 5 among all players. He watches that in for a strike from Misfud. Anderson's metrics are just ridiculous. Exit velo of 104.6, bat speed of 87.8. He runs a 6.63 60 and has an infield velo of 87.0, and he can run it up to 86 on the mound. Goes back to that same pitch, misses, makes it 1-1. Anderson behind only the phenom Dexter McLeon Jr. among all Georgia 2028s. The Etowah 28's got a 1-1 count, make that 2-1. Made an appearance in the 2023 junior feature games. Notably, his first high school AB, a no-doubt home run for Etowah. He's now got a 3-1 count. Guy who has a flair for the dramatic without question. And Jack McCartney had him mic'd up for the beginning of this game, so it should be fun to get that footage. Actually, I think he might still be mic'd up. I think he's wearing the microphone around his neck. And he draws a walk with 1 out. So Anderson makes his way down to first. Now it's Keegan Warren. A week ago, Warren hit a monster home run for these Generals. Posted that one on our social channels. Anderson taking off for second. The throw is not in time as he takes the bag. So once again, a runner in scoring position for the Generals. Anderson's big, 6 foot 185, but next to Bear Simpson, they look even bigger. Swing and a miss as he catches him in the outside breaking ball, makes it 0-2. Simpson chatting Anderson up. Misses high. Did not get him to bite on the elevated off speed. Comes with 1-2. That one is driven into left center. Left fielder has it. Anderson holds it second. Now 2 down. I'll bring up Sam McRaina. Reyna from Kennesaw Mountain, a 2028 655 pounder. I feel like the the heights on these guys are way off. They all look much bigger. '27th prep baseball event for Sam McRaina. Maddie, I think that might be more than you.
Maybe.
I did see one of the guys on this Generals team, though, is into the 30s.
Wow.
Yeah. I think at that point you should, like, get a W-2.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Connor Hancock, actually, 30 prep baseball events for Connor. That is a ton of times here. And he also played for USA Scout, which meant he was here multiple times a week for practice. So he probably has logged enough time on these fields to warrant some kind of hourly rate. A miss to Reyna. Just missed that one on the outside. Nice attempt at the frame behind the plate there from Lawson. Misfit on the 2-0. Dribbler foul by Reyna. Should Reyna get on, it'll be Charlie Lowe, the starting pitcher for the Generals. They got one run back in this inning, but it resulted in an out as Colton Brown got stuck in a rundown between first and second, but it did allow Higgins to score. Miss Lowe counts now 3-1. Miss a glance back at Anderson. Rises, fires, and misses high, and that'll be a walk to Reyna, and that will bring up Charlie Lowe. 70 pitches so far for Mifsud, so that's definitely going to become a factor as we watch this game roll along. Again, another game still on tap for both these teams, so I know the Warriors hoping they can get as much as possible out of their starting lefty. Lowe's got runners at first and second, 2 down. Anderson taking off for third. The throw is in time, but he's able to get underneath the glove. So back-to-back stolen base attempts by Anderson come through in the green. And now we got runners at second and third as Reyna backed him up on the way from first to second. Warm night here in Emerson, Georgia. I am waiting for fall weather. Everybody's got those sweatshirts on reserve. We're all waiting to break them out. Instead, we're still rolling around in shorts and T-shirts in the middle of October. I don't know what's going on here, Mother Nature, but I am ready for that fall, that call of fall. 2-0 is glanced back. And we shouldn't be this deep into football season, Maddie, and still be wearing shorts and T-shirts.
I agree. I hate how we get a weird false fall. We have like a week where it starts to be 75 and we all get excited.
Well, the most frustrating thing is that in Georgia, you're literally planning for 2 days in one.
Exactly.
You leave your house and it's in the 50s, and you come back and it's 82.
Exactly. Once it gets dark outside, it's in the 50s, but then during the day, it's...
Lowe pops it up. Shortstop, third baseman. Who has it? Third baseman does. 2 runners stranded. Kennesaw Generals a 5-1 lead on a balmy night here in Emerson, Georgia. We'll be back with more from LakePoint Sports. Bottom of the third inning as we march along, a 5-1 lead for the Kennesaw Generals. Charlie Lowe is back out there for the Generals, his third inning of work. And he's going to be facing off against Casey McClasson and then Ben Hindman in the top of the order with Jack Gleason. We just saw a Publix commercial, if you missed that, hitting the ice cream aisle. Maddie, what's the – so you can go and get your Blue Bonnet, all those kind of ice creams and stuff, but what's the best Publix ice cream? Not like the ones where it's like you go and get the other brands, but Publix obviously makes their own version. We just saw – a version of it there. Do you have a favorite Publix ice cream?
I've had the Publix brand cookie dough ice cream.
Okay.
And I would probably say that's my favorite. It's
Yeah.
pretty good.
I like the cookies and cream. They also have like the yogurt kind of ones but they're not like yogurt or yogurt like an ice cream version of yogurt, which are exceptionally good. So hats off to Publix, who my son's now working at Publix as a bagger there. So yeah, going to spend a few more bucks there because you got to drop in and watch your kid work and embarrass him a little bit.
Yeah, of course.
Casey McClasson swinging a miss on the first offering there from low. 2 McClassons in this one, a 2028 in Keegan and a 29 in Kaysen. Both out of North Cobb, so that tells you they live in the same house. Kaysen is listed at 5'3", 89 pounds, which cannot be correct. Sort of feel like I should just make up the numbers at this point because some of these cannot be up to date. Swing and a miss. Man, that's a tough pitch there as he goes through that off-speed, high and inside. Low on the 2-2. That's going to miss. Run the count full. Swing, miss, strikeout. Charlie Lowe in his bag, got himself another K. That is 6 strikeouts for Charlie Lowe. He has been a man on fire in this one. Now we'll see last batter in the order for the Acworth Warriors, and that's Ben Hindman. Hindman out of North Cobb. No one has their pulse on the pop culture world quite like Maddie. Maddie, what's the biggest story in the pop culture world right now?
Well, there's a lot of buzz going on because Taylor Swift just dropped a new album.
Tell me what is involved in the life of a showgirl?
So the album is really she wanted to make a story about what it was like for her to do the Eras Tour. She recorded it while she was on the Eras Tour.
Okay.
So the songs reflect like how even though she was famous already, like it was a exponential growth in popularity for her and the things that came with that and her relationship with Travis Kelce and how that affected things. It's a pretty good album, but of course there's still people that, hate on the album because they do that every time she releases.
Is there a song about how much she hates Ticketmaster?
No, but there should be. As a person that survived the Ticketmaster war when the Eras Tour happened, I can say that it was traumatic. It was very
well, if anybody can bring down the status quo in terms of how we have to purchase tickets, I would assume it would be her.
I do know that at the time when it happened, that.
Hey, I'm giving you've got the floor.
Well, there was just play action. But I know at the time when it happened that she did have conversation with Ticketmaster to say, hey, my fans are really important and I want them to be able to get tickets instead of people that are, trying to buy the tickets and sell them at ridiculous prices. So.
Well, also important right now is Charlie Lowe, who's got 7 strikeouts, gets the ground out to end the inning. His Kennesaw Generals lead 5-1 over the Acworth Warriors. We got a treat for you because this past summer during the feature games, we had, as always, a just litany of fantastic players here. And we had the top-ranked left-handed pitcher in Georgia, Holy Innocents, Amari Griffin, who put his talents on display, repping the Peach State. Jack McCartney caught up with the lefty for this edition of Dugout Chatter.
I'm here with Amari Griffin, the 14th left-handed pitcher in the nation, and he'll be repping Georgia this week for future games. Amari, man, thanks for the time.
Thank you for having me out.
This is the future games, but this is your 17th night here at LakePoint Sports. Does that familiarity help you at all?
Yeah, I think it does because I've been playing here since I was 12 years old. And like now it just feels like it's the same kind of event but with just more people watching. So it kind of helps me relax and it's just a normal game. Just to go up there and throw strikes and compete.
If you had to pick a pitch that is your favorite and you can do it on command, what would that pitch be?
I would say my changeup. I really like to work it off my four seam. Has a little bit of depth to it, so it has hitters swing over the top of it. I think, yeah, it's my favorite pitch to kind of work off.
Do you have a pitch that you aren't as comfortable with, but feel like there's a whole bunch of room, not a whole bunch of, but room for improvement?
Yeah, I would say my slider, because I just started to learn how to throw it this last high school season, so there's a lot of room for growth there, but it can still be a great pitch coming forward.
You're from Georgia.
Yes, sir.
You're repping Georgia. Everyone here is in your own backyard. Do you feel like there's a need to protect your yard and dominate against everyone else here?
Yes, sir. I feel like we got to come out here and dominate the competition and show them why we're Team Georgia. We're here. They're coming in our backyard. So I feel like we have something to defend here.
All right, that was great, man. Thanks for your time.
Thank you for having me.
Brendan Bolzenius leading things off for Kennesaw Generals. He's followed by Connor Hancock and Patrick Cole. Their squad up 5-1. Mason Missud out once again. 76 pitches so far from him as we set in the top of the fourth inning. Comes the 1-0. Bolzenius ropes that down the left side. A rocket on the elevated pitch from Missud, but that one is going a misfire. Misfire? Misfire. That's what these guys say. That's a tongue twister. To go from Missud to misfire. That takes some tongue acrobatics there. All right, 1-1 to Bolzenius. Dribbler foul. Counts now 1-2. Bolzenius part of a Clark Creek basketball team of mine that has a banner up in the gym. We were region champs. Should have won it all, but we had some misfortunes there with a player who was actually playing AAU ball along with playing for us, and it ended up getting us removed from the tournament, unfortunately. But it's a really good squad. And yeah, our names are hanging up in the banner. His dad Jake and I coaching that team together. Saw Jake running around here earlier. Oh, Jake's actually coaching. Jack McCartney coming in. He's had mic'd Colin Anderson up. So Jake's coaching. There you go. Can't get away from it. It's lifeblood. Ooh, just misses inside. Nasty breaking ball from Mifsud. Comes the 2-2 to Bolzenius. Ropes that one back foul. Got to say, once again, this Acworth Warriors team not bending in front of this talented Kennesaw Generals squad, despite a 15U team playing 16U. They have been going toe-to-toe with them, especially since that first inning after giving up 4 runs. Since then, it has been a 1-1 ball game. Count is full to Bolzenius. That's a rocket off his bat, 87.1. Center fielder on the run. Can he make a play on it? He cannot. Bolzenius is going to make his way to second. Is he going to hold there? Got away from the center fielder. Bolzenius is on his way into third, and he's going to have himself a leadoff triple as he slides into the bag. Then there's a celebration. We get a little bit of a leg kick, some Karate Kid action from Brendan Bolzenius on the leadoff triple. Yettawa 2028 delivering a moment for Kennesaw Generals. Brendan playing his way into a highlight off of this one. He had a 8 strikeout performance that we had up in the last week. Found out it was also his 16th birthday when that went up. So happy belated birthday to Brendan. So with Bolzenius at third, Connor Hancock steps back in. Hancock's 0 for 1, 6 hits now for the Kennesaw Generals. Bounces away as Bolzini is tearing in for home. He, in fact, is. Another run crosses, makes it 6-1 here in the fourth off the wild pitch from Mifsud. He's now 85 pitches in. And now 6 runs on 6 hits for the Generals. Hancock swings through that, 63.1. A lot of movement on that pitch. Another swing, another miss. Counts now even at 2-2. Swing and miss at a strikeout of Connor Hancock makes it 1 down. That's the 3rd strikeout for Mifsud. He's also walked 3. That'll give us another look at Patrick Cole. Miss high to start off this AB against Cole. Another miss on an outside pitch makes it 1-1. He is living on the outside edge of the plate. Count is now 1-2 as Cole swings through that one. Glances away and run the count even to 2-2. Following Cole is Zach Shuren. Make it another strikeout, back-to-back Ks for Mifsud as he gets Connor Hancock. Patrick Cole makes it 4 so far in the game for the lefty. Who has now seen his pitch count hit 93. To feel we're getting near the end. We got somebody doing handstands in the back. I think that might be the first time I've ever seen handstands against the Scout Tower. We got all kinds of things on a Friday night. Everybody living that TGIF mindset. It's YOLO every weekend here, Maddie, at LakePoint Sports.
It really is.
Mifsud misses 95 pitches now. I feel like this has got to be the last inning for him as he's trending towards triple digits in the pitch count. He's got a 2-0 count here against Zach.